President Trump don yarn say anybody wey get hand for bring drugs enter US no go waka free, no matter how big dem be. Na strong talk wey show say America no dey joke with matter of narcotics. No individual who has a hand in bringing drugs to US will go free. We are going to bring them to book, no matter how highly placed. President Trump. The global fight against drugs and political accountability. President Trump's declaration, no individual who has a hand in bringing drugs to the US will go free, no matter how highly placed, underscores America's uncompromising stance on narcotics. It is a bold statement that resonates far beyond US borders, raising questions about international accountability and the integrity of political leadership worldwide. Nigeria, Africa's largest democracy, has faced persistent allegations surrounding its political elite. The controversies tied to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's past dealings in the United States, particularly the 1993 forfeiture case involving drug-related funds, continue to cast a shadow over his presidency. While Tinubu was never criminally convicted, the unresolved cloud of suspicion fuels debate about whether leaders with such baggage can credibly champion transparency and justice at home. This juxtaposition, an American president vowing to hunt down drug traffickers no matter how highly placed, and a Nigerian president dogged by unresolved allegations, highlights a deeper issue. The global war on drugs is not just about cartels and street dealers, but about political will and credibility. For Nigeria, the challenge is twofold: restoring trust in leadership by addressing lingering allegations with transparency, strengthening institutions so that no individual, however powerful, is seen above the law. For the United States, Trump's words set a high bar. If America insists that no drug trafficker will go free, then consistency demands scrutiny of international figures whose pasts intersect with narcotics investigations. Ultimately, the fight against drugs is inseparable from the fight for integrity in governance. Nations cannot credibly wage war on narcotics while tolerating leaders whose histories raise unresolved questions.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. So Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuelan president, has just been captured with his wife. So in all my years of covering geopolitics, and I've done this for quite a while, for some time now, and I've never seen the capture of a sitting president happen this fast. Never even thought I would witness anything like this in my life. It just goes to show you how different this President Trump is from the first term President Trump. It goes to show you how much investment, the overwhelming and incredible investment that these guys have made in the direction of intelligence gathering. Intelligence to the point they had to align this operation to become this swift, this fast, lightning speed. The president of a nation. Can you imagine the amount of diplomacy, high-level diplomacy, almost out-of-worldly level diplomacy, and then intelligence? My goodness. Because I know a little bit about intelligence gathering, when I think of the amount of resources that must have gone into this, it makes my heart almost want to stop. Because the operation was too smooth, it was too swift. And what does that remind you? Doesn't it remind you of Nigeria? Remember when America spoke about Nigeria? Remember how that my people went to town with all their propaganda and the challenging and beating their chests and clenching their fists and said, America, you can't do anything. While they were doing all of that, intelligence gathering was on another level in Nigeria. And how did we know? The strike in Sokoto. When that strike happened, be honest, did you ever know there was such a massive terrorist base in Sokoto? I had never heard anything that has to do with terrorist base in association with Sokoto before that time. that you see they found out. Imagine how many other locations they already know in Nigeria. Imagine how many other terrorist sympathizers and supporters and funders and sponsors they already have their locations figured out in Nigeria. And like I say to people, this President Trump is different. When he moves, he doesn't know how to look back. That strike in Sokoto was a warning to say, hey guys, we're on ground. And this is only just the beginning. This strike in Venezuela that just took this guy away after making some statements that America can't do anything and having press conferences day before yesterday or even yesterday to say, hey, we're negotiating with America, everything's going to be fine. This is to tell you who is out there thinking that America has forgotten about me, that, hey, we're coming. We're coming. It's a lesson. It's a lesson to all the people who are troubling the rest of us and refusing to allow us to drink and drop our cup, to have peace. All of you, this is a lesson. This is a sign that, hey, we're coming. Will Nigeria learn from this and speed up their response in the direction of restoring peace and stolen dignity and sovereignty to people who have been so terribly marginalized and oppressed just on account of who or how they choose to worship, has gone on for close to 2 decades. We started with denial, then we propagandized, and then at the end of the day, we began to challenge even the helper who wants to come to help. Are you going to learn from this, or are you going to continue to be adamant, ignorantly adamant? It's up to you. But this is a lesson, a sign that Trump is never going to look back until these guys are dislodged in Nigeria completely. You watch, you're going to see it. And for people who think that, oh, Russia has betrayed Venezuela, blah, 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 you don't understand politics. The level of politics you understand is a little bit lower, or far, far, far lower than this one. This is, what has happened to me is a masterclass in international diplomacy. For people who think that President Trump is stupid, now you understand that this is probably the best president America has ever had. And not because he went to pick up the president of a nation, but because of the manner in which he executes. I'm not talking about the action, I'm talking about the pattern. No other president that I know in recent memory could have done what this man has just done. Look how everything was just going smoothly. Nobody knew what was coming. And all of a sudden, the president of a nation was picked up with his wife. Not too many casualties. Just clean. Masterclass in international diplomacy. Do you know how much diplomatic meetings and agreements that were entered into with so many other allied nations to Venezuela before this happened? It's eventually going to end up being a win-win for both America and Russia and all the other people involved. You will not understand that, but I'm telling you right now. Nations get traded. People get sacrificed when special interests cross roads. It's true. And so this message is to you, Nigeria. I hope you learn from this. I hope you don't have to wait to learn the hard way. Happy New Year, everyone, and may God bless you once again. God bless you.